So tonight, I'll go with 20%. So to go between the match, the Bloodline kicks off Smackdown. Carter Anderson takes on Sami Uso. Paul Heyman and Sami Uso and Solo Sakura kick off Sunday night. So, Method and Ring promo and Wizard and Jay teased that John Cena was having issues but Wizard couldn't score. He was scared. So the promo into the match between the Usos and the OC, Carter Anderson, there was a one-side squash match. And that also against someone who was apparently a tag team spoilerless. The biggest takeaway was not Sunday match, but the absence of Sami Uso, who continued to be act as if he was a bigger than Paul Heyman and Solo, so a little in the absence of the cousin Roman Reigns, and only to be smacked down by Mae Young. And those two exchanges help define his character at this point, while also setting up a muscle angle a little into the show. Informing John Cena that bookings is widely a favorite, but it is a trademark of WWE. So it is what it is at this point. Sami also picked up his victory. Paul Heyman teased that John Cena was having issues getting to the area. Also, the microphone, yanked the microphone from Paul Heyman again and continue of going against the special counsel witness and by blocks and those of Roman Reigns. It's a while to think that the OC came back to WWE to be emphasized the same way. They will before Mae Young slapped Sami Uso with driving him and drawing a look up from Solo. That's a very good match. So my fourth assessment is Bobby Lashley on the Grizzly Waddle event. Cameron Grimes takes on Austin Theory is a very good match. Bobby Lashley joined the Grizzly Waddle event and with a singles back to the drawing board. It was revealed that he is no longer working with the Street Profits. It felt very much like it wasn't a creative decision, but in his light is of this story has a who. This is likely leading to Martin Ford and Israel Dawkins having to ramp up and deal destiny in order to prove deceive to the Almighty and on his intended with the rest will be more in turning them and then sudden expected that the fans will treat them like after the assessment with Austin Theory hit the ring to bottle Cameron Grimes with Waddle at the ringside like the opener. It was a squash match that the former United States champion and kept him in his mostly bad boy. Partner together is nothing more, nothing less. Austin Theory picks up his victory. Bobby Lashley was revealed that he isn't working with the Street Profits any longer. The rest of the was kind of like the entire story to this point. Cameron Grimes is way too talented to be booked after dark. So the Fairy and Waddle team is so much better than it was. It has any right to be for two guys and trying to get out of competitive. So I just love that assessment. So next match we have a United States Championship match. Rey Mysterio takes on Santos Escobar. Santos Escobar assigns Rey Mysterio for the United States Championship in a battle between a individual that saw to get to the best of his younger, faster opponent. Rey Mysterio continued a Gorilla press by Santos Escobar into a roll-up and scored to the win. And by Santos Escobar to answer his "I do," a sign of respect was interesting. The pivotal that tease existed between them. In a pivotal return for the second aggressive star. In the post-match between beatdown by the Street Profits. Drew said Bobby Lashley incident last was the subject of this story. What we have seen tonight is literally just 2 or 3 weeks with a collective role into 2 quick assessments. Also the issue with the picking up the Bobby Lashley and Street Profits stuff, and this was way to bring together the 2 ongoing storylines in Spotlight, and those involved now. Mysterio and Santos Escobar will have to put inside hard footage and come back a more dangerous Michael Ford is the darkest and good strong title match in help and vengeance of this entire order. Rey Mysterio picks up his victory. So the Bastards Semi also in Solo Sakura continue their path of the rings, and the Bastards has they attack Freedom Superstars. John Cena was so arriving at Center area, the speeding through to the parking garage. This is in time to have his was for revenge cut off Sunday night next match. So next match we have Charlotte Flair takes on Bayley. So the battle for is the Smackdown Women's Division continue. On Friday has Charlotte Flair battle Bayley in a class of 2 of the 4 horsewomen of NXT days. A consecutive match awarded it it ending with Charlotte Flair scoring a pinfall victory over the role model Cedar Hill. Bayley took the specials to the Queen, subbing Cedar line for the title shot. So the Charlotte Flair wants to sign us with a Sky. So it'd be really good to see Charlotte Flair versus Io Sky and Asuka. So before the Demons in 12 could get to the best of Charlotte Flair and Asuka, hit to the ring to make the save, teasing over interaction between teammates that did not get along. It is over storyline through that WWE love in Charlotte Flair bring in the title, and this is typical, but Cedar Way work was isn't talented is strong enough to be right what it is to become, and Charlotte Flair pick up her victory. Bayley to talk trash to every opponent before, doing in active masses is Paul and Destiny. AS Guy with fitting the Women's Tag Team Championship against Charlotte Flair and Asuka at Fastlane, and following this, Sasmet. What if that match does not have you excited? What are you doing watching this show? That's a really good match. So between Inner Night comes out and going with John Cena for a Fastlane. After a show a long tease, John Cena hits in the ring to wrap up the show and that he will fight the Bloodline, Simi also in Solo Sakura in the main event of Fastlane by himself if he does not have a partner. And this is brought out the Hills who took down John Cena only for every night to make the save and escape the role of tag team partner for the greatest of all time as a Pony live event. So, also happy to see every night came out of tonight. So he said, so right bookings decision, yeah. And this is a big opportunity for every night. It's the next local step for him in his run to the top of the company. It's not only does he get the win from John Cena, but he also begins the journey to showdown with Roman Reigns for the undisputed of WWE Championship. And this was what we did last week. And it had discussed right here. So the part for every night arrival that of John Cena and that is a great of where he is at this point and how the fans view him. So this is really good of that announcement between those two. And this was a solo episode of Smackdown that built nicely to Fastlane and then the main event putting John Cena in every night against Solo and Sami also. We're in the moment with every night at the end of the show. It was great that we adoration of the women's title match for playing live event was welcome into the tease in between women's Mysterio and Central Skizaball to make for over the next month or so. The Fastlane may be of a show, but the card is looking from the standpoint. So have a rest of Friday, have a good weekend, and we will see you guys tomorrow for NXT No Mercy and Inclusion on second this time. Peace.